In this one, huh?
Yeah, stand finally.
Alhamdulillah.
They got the stand.
can just
Do it now.
Yes. Now I wrote them all in Arabic because there's not enough space.
Well, you gotta do something.
Song and dance. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What? We're starting?
if you do the post the link.
Post the link, Abu Tariq.
You posted it?
I did not.
Okay,
Is
there's
it the same link as yesterday or is it a new one?
It's a new one. There's a new one. But I sent the two messages in Noor.
So Sa'ad should have it.
It's not the day. It's not working.
Oh, this? Oh, this needs to be stable.
That's the thing. Try to open it.
Online.
Get with the board. Untighten it and then tighten.
That's it. You're turning it on. We're turning it on. We bring it lower so we'll have a better center of gravity. So this is the six.
Common sense.
Yeah, أبابك.
No.
خلاص.
I think I like.
Office next to there's the box of mots. If you can bring that aside, please.
Yeah. Box of.
Mots.
I think this is like annoying. Why it keeps doing this?
No, if you press this button, it holds it in place. Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. Then you press it. Oh man.
Just do this. Good job.
No,
What
what I
did you
do
mean this is the other way?
it needs to be
YouTube is optimized for widescreen. Technology. Why don't we just put this one
so
now
we're
for
gonna
now?
get started.
Yeah.
Let's put it for now and
أعوذ
then
بالله من
we'll
الشيطان
figure it out.
الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين وأصلي وأسلم على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. So I encourage you to have the characteristics and the letters for each characteristic open from your notebook or from your notes. So for Hams, سكت فحكه شخص. For Jidda, you have أجدس كخطب. For البينية, you have لين عمر. For استعلاء, you have طب خص ضغط. Have these the characteristics with their letters. Can you have those ready?
Share the link.
أيوة بدي أشتغل.
Yes? You guys ready? Do you have them ready? Open.
Yeah.
And so did you bring the book, Ahmed, with you? That's the notebook. The book. You guys ready? Do you have the characteristics open and ready? Yes? When?
Is it recording?
Yes.
How do you know? Yeah.
Right. So the considerations we put, and then over here, folks, for whisper, sakata fahata wa jaqsa. So you have those. those, what do they call them? Acronym?
Necessary, Sheikh.
It's not an acronym. What do they call them? Is it an acronym? So the sentences. سكت فحتى وشخص. That's for the whisper letters. For the strong letters, أيوة. أجدتك خطبي. Right? أجدتك خطبي. So you have those ready. You have them ready? Why does the Hamza have strength? What does strength mean? Okay. So if there was the letters with the shadda, that would mean all letters. Or strength letters. So what is strength? Well, do you remember the 5 considerations? What are they? Okay, so tell me what they are. Okay. Okay, so strength means no flow of sound. So blockage, the sound does not flow. So the name of the letter is Hamza, but what is the sound of the letter? Exactly. So when you say the sound is blocked, it doesn't move. You have to open the passage in order for the sound to come out. Does that make sense? So, word is kind of full. So the vocal cords are where the Hamza is. So in order to pronounce the Hamza, you have to close the vocal cords completely. So I'm about to say Hamza, but I didn't say it yet. My vocal cords are closed. In order to hear it, I have to open the vocal cords. If I do not open the vocal cords, the Hamza does not come up. Does that make sense? So the sound is blocked at the articulation point. The letters where the sound is blocked at the articulation point, those are the strong letters. Or the strength letters. Ajaddat, so Jim, the sound does not flow. You have to separate the tongue from the upper palate in order to hear the Jim. I get. أجدت كقطب. Any more questions? Before we start? Tariq, do you mind closing that door, please? Thank you. Luqman, close that door, please. Thank you. Okay, so let's review the 4, we said 4, right? Considerations? Let's review them. What's the first one, Tariq? The first consideration is use the vibrating your vocal cords. So what is that? That means what? Right, that means there's voice. Vibrate. Right, that's the first consideration. So if the vocal cords vibrate, that's called jahm, or apparent. If the vocal cords don't vibrate, that's called hams or whisper. Okay. And the whisper letters are, Maryam? Sa. Sak. Who wants to tell me? Maryam. 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 I was calling everybody Maryam there for a second. Sarah, do you remember? The whisper letters. Do you have them written down? Sak. Ka. Ta. Right. سكت فحثه شخص. Right. حثت كسف شخص. حثت كسف شخص. سكت فحثه شخص. So those are the whisper letters. All other letters are apparent letters. So the ones with opposites, Abu Bakr, Ibrahim, the ones with opposites, meaning these considerations, right? They have opposites. So either the letter, you vibrate your vocal cords with the letter or you don't. So if you do vibrate your vocal cords with the letter, that means by default, it cannot be a whisper letter. Because whisper is opposite of apparent. So hams is opposite of jahr. So if you vibrate the vocal cords, it means by default, the other letter, you cannot, means by default, it cannot be one without vibrating the vocal cords. By default, because it's an opposite. That's clear, right? Then we have whether the second consideration is what? Flow of sound at the articulation point. So if the sound flows, it's rakhawa. If the sound does not flow, it's shidda. Shidda means strength. Or they say hardness, depending on your translation. At the articulation point, does the sound flow or is there blockage? So what letters do we have for the sound not flowing at the articulation point? أجدتك قطب. Okay, write these down. Write these down. So you have them ready. So for hams, for whisper, kata, it's 10 of them. So, write that down. So that's for the whisper. Any letter that's not here is apparent. It's jahr.
What about median? Oh, wait,
What about it?
I thought you talked about it.
Okay, so this is for whisper. That's the kha here. Fa, ha, fa, ha, ja, ha, fa, ha, da,
تجد فيها
ja,
Yeah.
kha.
الشاء.
Right? Or, yeah. Characteristics. The ha. Said what? Whisper, yes, hams. Both. Both. Yes. Whisper means the vocal cords don't vibrate. That's what it means. It's only air, no voice. It's going to take time to seep in. Right. Only air. So the letters that only have air, only breath, no voice. It's the part, not the part. So when you say kha, there's two parts. There's the part and there's the part. The part we're not talking about. We're not talking about the part. We're talking about the part.
Yeah.
Hi, Ammar, أنت معي? Okay, so for the kha, what is it? Shidda, for strong letters, it's what? Jad, jad, ja, both. Okay. Strong letters. أجدت كقطب. Or you can say أجد قط بكت. Not ألف, Hamza. Yeah. I did not make them. Universally, I don't know about universally, but they're known. So what's famous is أجد قط بكت. That's famous. That's more famous than أجدت كقطب, but it's the same thing. And then for in between for Bayniya, you have what?
Lin Amma.
Lin.
What's that?
Means be lenient, oh Umar. Lin Umar. And then for Isti'la, you have what? What's for Isti'la? Failed. Qussa. طيب. That's elevated. Elevated means what? What does elevated mean? Isti'la, right. What does that mean? Explain it to me. Layla, what does elevated mean? What part of your tongue? No, not tip. Sit. Yes, Umar. Right. Good job. So, أيوه تفضل. Right, direction of sound. أحسنتي. Allah, thank you. But how you make the direction of the sound change is by changing the back of your tongue. So your tongue is curved kind of like this. The back of the tongue is up, and the front of the tongue is kind of like this. Curvature. So that curvature creates an echo, and that echo makes it sound heavy. Oh, 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 oh. Rather than oh, oh, oh. So the elevated letters are filful sadaqah. The Atabat letters or adhesion letters are what?
Rod and Ra and Sad.
Wajid, wajid, wa, and wa. So basically what that means is more heavy, more fat, stronger. So these you have to memorize. Once you write those down, let me know. If anybody, write those down, please, because I'm going to erase them. Put them in the group as well. Make it easy. Whisper. Yeah. I'm too lazy to write in. Once you're done, I'm going to erase it. Once you're done, I'm going to erase it. You're not writing.
What's the last ones?
Right? Do you have a notebook? What kind of students are you?
الإبطاء.
While you guys are writing, yesterday there was a lot of crumbs everywhere after everybody left, so we vacuumed. So the request is, be responsible for cleaning. Everyone, please. We ready? Ready? You have those ready? Because I'm going to ask you. All right, so make sure you have them ready. Because I'm going to ask you. If you don't know, I have a stick. Very long, and it reaches everybody. Exactly.
One person doesn't write, I'll just punish.
Be prepared.
Yeah, just put
It's open. Why you gotta announce it to everybody, bro? That's why it's secret. It's secret. It's in the name. Hanif, you guys, you write? Did you write them? I don't know if you guys noticed. How many letters did I write up there? Count them. 29. So why is there 29? I thought there were 28. So there's Alif and there's Hamza, both. So if you don't count the Alif, right, it's 28. If you don't count the Hamza, it's 28. Because sometimes, or a lot of times, the Hamza is written on top of the Alif. I'm going to do everything. Confused about what? So you see how it says WOOPP in the middle? Under that, don't even look at it. On top of it. So I put all of them with their opposites. 6, 7, 8, 9. Mm-hmm. Not a problem. So how many considerations do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Supposed to be 1.
5.
Yeah, sorry. So these are this is one consideration. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 considerations. Okay. So this one opposite. 1 plus 1 equals 2. This one has 2 opposites. 2 plus 3 equals 5. Right. So if it's strength, it cannot be in between and it cannot be soft. If it's in between, it cannot be strength and it cannot be soft. If it's soft, it cannot be strength and it cannot be in between. So 3. Either the sound flows freely, or partially, or not at all. So if it flows freely, soft. Partially, in between. Not at all, strong. Is that clear? Sure? Okay.
Just confused because too many of these that.
Forget about the number. Just stay with me. This consideration has one opposite.
But don't you say it's four considerations? Say the consideration has flow of the sound, the direction of the word,
Yep.
vibration of the vocal cord,
Yep. And
sound, the mouth, where the
right, constriction, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Right. 4. Mhm.
each level.
It should be 8. Right? So 1 and its opposite.
So what's the opposite? Oh. What is not flowing? So this flow and four considerations have
So the considerations is the theory. The theory, yani the thought, the understanding, the abstract. I mean, what am I looking at? What is important to me? Why? So, like, for example, if I'm looking at someone who's short, I'm looking at height. Right? If I look at something that is big, I'm looking at size. If I look at something that is white, I'm looking at color. So color is the consideration. Okay? This is black. Black is the characteristic based on color. Based on whether or not the vocal cords vibrate, there's whisper and apparent. So if it's based on whether or not the vocal cords vibrate, you have 1 and 2. Either this or that. It cannot be both. Or not. Apparent. That's 2. So now you have 2 characteristics. How many? 2. So the letter cannot be both. It cannot be white and black. Right? It has to be one or the other. So these are 2 characteristics under this consideration. So that's what this is. If it's not this, then it's apparent. Is that clear? Sure. Okay. So 1 and 2. And how many do we have over there? 9. Right? So 1 plus 1 equals 2. Because opposites. One opposite, the other opposite. Apparent.
But I think you
Not about clear or not clear. Just there's vibration. This is how they translate it. I don't like the translation. I prefer voiced. That's the translation I prefer. Voiced. Voiced. Like you vibrate your vocal cords.
What's that word?
اعتبار. اعتبار. هذه الصفة باعتبار جريان الصوت شدة ورخاوة وبينية. باعتبار ارتعاد الحبال الصوتية همس وجهر. باعتبار If you don't understand, talk, please. Because I don't want to move on and we're not. Yeah.
So, not straight. So, overlap is not straight.
All the letters that are not strength. Or, nor, if it's not strength. Okay, hold on. We'll get there. So, whisper, the opposite is apparent or voiced. How many characteristics is that? 2. Based on what consideration? Vibration of the vocal cords. So how many characteristics do we have so far? 2 characteristics. All right? How many?
2.
So that's based on this. I'm going to skip the middle ones. I'm skipping this. Elevated. That means the direction of sound. Okay? So if the direction of sound is going up, elevated, these are the letters. If it's not one of these letters, then what is it? Lowered. How many characteristics do we have now? 4. Okay, you guys with me? Adhesion. If the letter is not one of these, what characteristic does it have in this consideration? Openness. Adhesion has to do with making your mouth very tight in order to pronounce the letter. Okay? So if it's not here, then it's going to be open. How many characteristics do we have now? 6. Okay. Over there, how many? 9. Okay. Now going back to this consideration. Okay. This consideration is confusing because it has 3. It's either or. The reason it has either or is because either the sound is blocked or it flows. But sometimes it's in between.
What's up?
Or in between. That's why it's 3. That's why it's 9. Yes.
All the letters are whispered. All the letters aren't. They're
Necessarily. It has to be one of them. It can't be neither. Not necessarily. That's a different consideration. That's like you're saying, if it's white, it has to be hard. Okay. So for example, pa. Pa is here, so it's a strength letter. Pa is here, so it's an elevated letter. Pa is here, so it's an adhesion letter. It needs one more. So it's here, and it's here. It needs one more. Apparent, exactly. And we're done with fine. Yeah. Four of the opposites. The ones that have opposites are only 9. These are the 9.
So there are one.
There are more without opposites. Does that make sense?
Done.
So up until now, we're only talking about the opposites, the letters that have opposites. So the 9 have opposites. Okay? So among the opposites, each letter necessarily has 4.
Mama, I went to the masjid.
It has to have 4.
وين وانت؟
والشيخ.
لا لا حولي.
Mama, are
Muhammad,
you
are you
going
with me?
to the...
You with me? يعني انت are you with me? يعني because I'm gonna ask.
ضعبتي؟
Just want to say Sheikh.
لا you don't say شيخ عادي امشي.
I'm not going to say Sheikh. I just want to say Sheikh.
All right? We're good? You sure? You understand why it's not 9? So it should be 8. However, one of them has an extra opposite. Okay? Yeah.
Sheikh.
Get it? Salma? Get it? You get it? Sure? Can I erase it? Can I erase? Oh, bucket, can I erase?
Oh, go ahead. Yes.
I mean, you got it? You're not asking
No,
no questions.
I don't get it, but
Okay.
I will get it.
What is it that you don't get?
No, all of it.
You don't get any of it.
No.
الحمد لله.
Like, I'm looking at the letter slide.
Okay.
Else.
Okay.
Okay? When I pronounce the sad, it's only breath. I'm not saying right?
Okay.
If I say that's no longer a sad. That's something else. Okay?
Got it.
So because it only has breath, that characteristic is whisper. So one of the characteristics of sad is whisper. What does whisper mean? I do not vibrate my vocal cords. You with me up until now?
Got it.
Now, when it comes to whether or not the sound flows, does the sound flow in sad or no? Does it flow? Because it flows, is it flowing freely or is it kind of freely? So that means soft. Rakhawa. Soft is not here nor here. It's the third one. All right? We're still on sad. Considering whether or not the voice is, the sound is going upward, meaning is it heavy? Is it fat? Else, is it heavy? Is it fat? It's there. Sad. Right? Adhesion,
Yes, sir.
meaning is it extra heavy? Sad. So that's 4 for sad. So 4 considerations. Is there voice or is it not?
برا بغير شيء.
Does the sound flow
أطلع.
freely
Mama,
or not? Or partially?
أطلع.
That's this consideration. The third consideration. Is it heavy? Is it fat? Is it a all sound or a sound?
أطلع برا بيه. أطلع.
Last but not least, is it
let me see
really
Sheikh.
heavy or is it?
Yes, Harry.
أطلع.
Oh, you
أطلع
get it?
برا.
No, I
أطلع
get
برا.
I
it.
just want to say Sheikh.
أطلع برا. سكر بيه.
Any questions? I'm going to erase it. Can we erase it? You guys have this written down because I'm going to ask you about this now. You have it written down? Yes? There's punishment if you can't answer.
Hmm.
All right. Guys ready? All right. So what I'll do is I'll write to the letter in its box. Okay? I won't put a check mark. I'll write the letter. That's an idea that I got from I don't know your name. Zahiru? Tahiru. Right. All right. So Jahar. What letters go in Jahar? You're not supposed to answer. Alif. Luqman. What else? Your name is Luqman, right? Luqman. What else? Does Ta fall in that category of a parent? Look at your notes.
Yes.
Look at your notes. Yes.
No.
It doesn't. What about Ta?
No, no,
Who said yes?
no, no.
What about Jim? What about Ha? What about Kha?
No.
Who said yes? Nobody said yes.
Skip to that.
Huh? What about Dal?
Yep.
You have it written down?
Yeah.
Dal is what?
Yes.
What about Zal?
Yep.
What about Ra?
Yep.
What about Za?
Yep.
What about Sin?
Nope.
What about Sheen?
Nope.
What about Sad?
Nope.
Flood?
Yep.
Yes.
What about Ta?
Yep.
Ba?
Yep.
Ain?
Yep.
Ghain? Fa?
Yep.
I have it.
No, that is not.
Huh? Exactly, you're right.
What?
What about Qaf? Wait, what?
Yeah.
What about Kaf?
No.
Oh my God.
What about Lam?
Yeah.
What about Mim?
Yeah.
What about Noon?
Yeah.
What about Ha?
No.
No.
What about Waw?
Yeah.
Hamza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What about Hams? Alif? Huh?
No.
Alif. Is Alif Hams?
Look for notes. No.
No.
It's the opposite. It's the opposite.
Sorry, what? No.
What's it?
Yes. Not Hamza. Alif. Not Hamza.
No.
So it can't be. So this is its opposite. So because it's its opposite, khalas. You just go. If it's up there, then here's X. If it's not up there, then you write it. It checks out.
That's smart.
If it's up there,
Like it.
then it can't be here. You guys writing? If it's up there, then it can't be down here. And who wants to come up on the board and write the next one? Volunteers?
I'll do with my notes.
Yeah, with your notes. Yeah. So Salah's now, and then you're next. So this is for the khawa, right? The khawa means what? Soft, meaning the sound flows freely. So alif, yes or no? Yes. So write an alif. Ba, yes or no? X. Ta, yes or no? Ta, yes or no? Right at that. Good job. Jim, yes or no? X. Ha, kha. Okay, you're good. I'll take that. So we understand it now, right? All right. So Ibrahim, here. Yusuf. Yusuf. One second. Hold it. So for this one, so for istifal, lowered, for lowered, what do we say about bod for lowered? Is it a check mark or is it a bod here?
So,
Lowered, yes, bod.
right here?
Right here. Yep, right there. So bod is one of the lowered letters, right?
Yes. It's not on here.
It's elevated. But it's on there. Bod.
But it's. This one is drawing.
One of the elevated letters. Bod.
Yes, elevated. So he says,
So that's the exit. Right. Jazakallah khair. Yes, Sassan. طيب كيف يعني يحقق الكلمات؟ نعم. So do hams first, you mean?
Yeah.
We should the first. طيب. Okay. Okay, that's good. So I was about to move on. If we understand it, you don't understand it. Okay. So what letters are for shidda? Ajjad. So this is alif, and this is hamza. So ajaddat is hamza, not alif. It's not hamza. Hamza and alif are two different things. It's not hamza. No, as hamza. Alif is different from hamza. The only function for alif is to make a fatha long. As in, ja'a. That's the first letter. So when you learn as a child, alifun arnab, right? That's confusing. Because yes and no. So alifun arnab, because you raise the right. Because when you write arnab, you write a hamza on top of an alif. So alif is there for spelling, not for sound. Not alif, it's a hamza. Ajaddat's kaputubin. Right, so ajaddat's kaputubin. So shidda is going to be hamza. Right? And then jim, right? And then dal. And then ta, right? What else? Kaf. Kaf. Qaf. And ta. And ba.
So no alif?
Hamza, not alif. Ah. That's a hamza, not alif. So those are the strength letters. Everything else is all of that. Are you with me, Maryam? برضو لا. ليه? What's wrong? What is it you don't understand? So if it is shidda, right? That means it cannot be any. So if it's here, that means it cannot be here. It also cannot be here. Still don't get it? You get it now? Okay. What is it you don't get? You don't get the whole concept? None of it? The considerations? What? Anyone else not understanding? Yeah.
I don't know like all the Arabic words on the right, so that's I'm trying to see. Find on those.
All right.
So
Sorry. We're starting over. Inshallah. So, just going forward, if you can, please. If you don't understand, please, from the beginning, say you don't get it, so that we don't go on. I want you to get this. You're here because I want you to learn. If you're not getting it, tell me I don't understand. All right? You're here to learn, correct? Yes or no? And I'm here to help you learn. So if you don't get it, let me know I do not get it, so that we don't go farther. We said two people don't learn. Who are they? So don't be either of them, okay? All right? And for those of you who understand, this is going to be review. For those of you who understand, this is going to be what? Review. Okay. Can everybody say S? Now, we're going to talk about this letter from several different aspects. Okay? What letter is that? What's the sound of this letter? The first aspect is when I pronounce this letter. Vocal cords. That's number one. Are my vocal cords vibrating or not? My vocal cords are not vibrating. If I vibrate my vocal cords, what happens? It's a different letter. Was that clear? Got it? If I don't vibrate my vocal cords, see. Okay? So, vocal cords. Vibrate. not. So for seen, it's in the vibrate section, which means it's not in the not section.
Whisper.
Oh, see? At least you guys are paying attention. Good job. So is it in the vibrate section? No. Is it in the not vibrate section?
Yes.
Yes. So not vibrate equals what? What's the word for it? Whisper. Vibrate equals apparent or voiced. I'm going to say voiced. How does that mean? Yes. Vibe rat. How's that? A rat that has vibes. Okay? So that's the first consideration. The second consideration is when I say
Flow.
does the sound flow or does it not flow or is it like blocked kind of? What do you think, Maria? It flows. So that's the second consideration. So we're going to write here number 2. Flow. So. Right. So if flow and not. So if it flows for seen, it's a yes. If it's not one of those letters that does not flow. So if it flows, we call it what? What's the word for it? Soft. Not flow is going to be what? Or between. Is that clear? So either it's strong where it does not flow at all, or it's in between where it partially flows. Okay? That's the second consideration. The third consideration is what? Direction. Is it all sound or sound? Or say S or do you say else? So the direction of sound is lower. So elevated or lowered. So which one is it? Oh, it's lowered, not elevated. As for C. What's the fourth and final consideration? So one thing you can kind of deduce is if it is not this, it's not elevated, it cannot be. Because this is this plus. So adhesion and this is open. So is it here? I'm asking. So We analyzed the letter Sin according to the characteristics with opposites. Yeah. So, in order to understand openness, you have to understand adhesion. And in order to understand adhesion, adhesion is the opposite of openness. Listen to saw, wall, fall, wall. That sound is the heaviest you can go. It doesn't get any heavier than that. Okay? Qa is not like saw. Saw, qa. You hear the difference? They're both heavy, but one is more. So that more, that's what adhesion is. No, in between is a different consideration. So before we move on, the concept of opposites, is that clear? I'm asking. Yes? You sure? Everyone? It's going to apply to everything else. The same way we did it with Sin, you're going to do it with all the other letters. You just know where that letter falls, and then you're able to do it with everything else. Right? The same thing we just did with Sin, you do with everything else. Okay? So the concept of opposites is clear. Inshallah. Yeah? Anyone not clear on the concept of opposites? We can do all of them. But before we do that, I'm not talking about the
Letters.
considerations. The concept of opposites. Is that clear? Before we move on. Okay? Okay. The opposites, is that clear? Sure. Okay, we'll do another letter to make sure it's clear. Pick a letter. Me. Vibrate or not vibrate?
Vibrate.
Because it's not one of سكت فحثه شخص. Me. It's not one of سكت فحثه شخص. Wait a minute. Very good question. But the first thing you need to know, the first thing you start with, okay? سكت فحثه شخص. Is meme one of those? Yes or no? It's not. Which means it needs to be one of the apparent letters or the voice letters. It vibrates the vocal cords. That's the first thing we need to know. You with me on that? Now the how, that's something else. How does this happen? That's different entirely. The first thing is, okay, what is the concept? You guys with me? You have to memorize it. You have to memorize سكت فحثه شخصا. You have to memorize أجدت كقطب. You have to memorize قذ خص ضغط, and you have to memorize لن عمر, and you have to memorize صاد ضاد طاضة. You have to memorize these. But that's a different consideration. That has nothing to do with vocal cords. لن عمر has to do with flow of sound. That's in between. That's the second consideration. أيوة. Right? That's fine. We're gonna get this. Mathematics. So vocal cords, right? Is there vibration or not? With me, yes or no? You're saying for you. Look at the letters. Is meme one of those فحتى وشخص سكت فحتى وشخص? Is it? No. Okay, خلاص. It does not vibrate. No, it does vibrate. I'm sorry. That was my mistake. So it does vibrate. Whether you feel it or not, that's different. That's a different issue. Okay? But this has lasted the test of time. Right? This was written at least 1,200 years ago, 1,300 years ago. Okay? And it's a fact. Now, how does it vibrate? That's different. Okay. Were you able to fill your voice box before? Okay. Now say, does it vibrate or not? The name of the letter is different from the sound of the letter. The name of the letter is meme. The sound of the letter is Those are two different things. Yeah? So memorize the acronym. Is it acronym?
Yeah, it would be happy.
Isn't an acronym like something that has each letter has a word?
That's true too.
But I don't think it's an acronym. There's another term for this. So memorize the acronym or the phrase or the term. I can tell you them. So ba is what? What's the sound of ba? Just that's the sound of ba. That part is extra. Ta, what's the sound of ta, Layla? The part is extra. What's the sound of tha, Maryam? Without the part. What's the sound of jim? What's the sound of ha? Ha. Dal. Dal. Ra. Za. Sin. Shin. Sad. Dad. Ab. Ta. ظا عين غين فاء قاف كاف لام ميم. It must have been good. Everybody was like, Noon. No.
Space with the book of the shit.
No.
Both between.
That's impossible for two letters to have the same sound. The way you say it. Okay, so say it. N. You say it. Do they have the same sound? Okay. There are similarities. That's why we have characteristics. All right? And articulation points. By noon, and then, so noon is the name of the letter. Is the sound of the letter. Noon, meme, noon. What's that after noon? Wow. It's a siren. Ooh. What? Ha. What about yeah? Yay! طيب. Anyone? What's the sound of Hamza? So I want you to ask me questions. It upsets me when you don't. Okay? If you don't ask questions, like, why are we here? Yeah? The sound of the letter. So this concept of sound of letter and name of the letter, this is actually something that I'm extracting from the English language. Right? But that's basically what it is. So when you say kha, it's the name of the letter. So when you write, for example, this, right? This is ah, ah, yeah. That's the breakdown. So this is ah, ah, two separate things. Ah, ra, j, ah, ja. Oh, question. Yep. What's your question? Oh, beam. Beam is a voice letter or a parent. So the vocal cords vibrate with me. It's not whispered. Okay, so flow or not flow? Look at the acronym. Which one is it part of? Is it part of أجدت كخطبة? Is it part of Lin Umar? Part of Lin Umar, which means in between. That's what I'm saying. So why do we say in between? We don't say it flows freely because the sound is diverted from the front of the mouth, and it comes out through the nose. Another exit, exactly. Because it doesn't flow freely, my dear. I can. So it's not here, not here. Then it's the third category. What about direction of sound? Look at the elevated letters. Is it one of them? So that means it can't be here. It needs to be here. You don't say ma, say ma. So because it's not here, by default, it can't be here. Right? We're good with that? The concept of opposites, yeah. So you don't say maghrib, you don't say maghrib, you say maghrib. You don't say what is it? You don't say maktub, you say maktub. It's not maktub, it's ma. How do I know? Because it's not one of the elevated letters. What about that's English. That's not Arabic. That's like, it's an accent that came into Arabic.
Try one.
So the Arabic is ummi or umma. Umma. Yeah. Okay, so that has to do with the sound sounding fat or thin. But what this is talking about what causes the sound to be fat. It's not talking about the result of the sound being fat. The result of the sound being fat is called tafkhim, heaviness. Okay, that's the result. But what causes it is the direction of sound. Okay, so if it's regular tafkhim, it's going to be elevation. If it's extra tafkhim, extra fat, it's going to be adhesion. So the ones that are extra fat are the four. Sad, ba, ta, ba. We're good? Yeah.
So right now, should we just focus more on using the acronyms as opposed to like working on like how they sound?
Before you do anything, memorize the acronyms. You have to memorize them. For whisper, سكت فحثه شخص. What is it for whisper? سكت فحثه شخص. سكت فحثه شخص. سكت فحثه شخص. سكت فحثه شخص. He was quiet, so someone encouraged him. Sakata, he was quiet. Or he stopped talking. Sakata فحثه شخص. سكت فحثه شخص. Okay, that's for whisper. سكت فحثه شخص. For strong letters, what is it? What's the acronym? أجدت كقطب. أجدت كقطب.
Is it cat?
كقطب. أجدت كقطب. Or أجد قط بكت. I found a cat that cried. أجد قط بكت. أجد قط بكت. Or أجدت, both are the same. Whichever one is easier for you. أجدت كقطب. You said which one is easier? The first one is easier? أجدت كقطب. That one? أجدت كقطب. أجدت كقطب. For in between, لن عمر. لن عمر. For heavy or for elevated, قض خص ضغط. قض خص ضغط. You have to remember them. All right. And I think that's time. Unless you have any questions. I mean, we can do another letter. You guys want to do another letter? سكت فحثه شخص. Whisper letters. أجدت كقطب. قذ خص ضغط. ضغط. Second one. قذ خص ضغط. خص ضغط قذ. قذ خص ضغط. خص ضغط قذ. لين عمر is easy. It's in between. You said what? One more letter? Yeah. صاد ضاد ضا ضا. That's adhesion. Adhesion. صاد ضاد ضا ضا.
Adhesion in Arabic is what?
الطباق.
Elevation.
Yes. Yes. If it's adhesion, it must be elevated. If it's not elevated, it cannot be adhesion. So you cause the voice to go towards the top of the mouth. Yes. Yes. So elevation, what that is, this is what's causing the heaviness. So it's a heavy letter. But what is causing this heaviness? The sound is going towards the upper palate. That's what's causing it. The result is it's heavy. That's why being heavy is not a original characteristic. Right? It's an incidental characteristic. The reason it's heavy is because you caused the sound to go towards the upper palate. Incidental يعني عارض يعني لسبب. It is that way because of something. Not because it's naturally that way. Yes. We can. You guys ready for another letter?
Do a hard one.
Do a hard one? They're all hard. I mean, they're all easy. Sorry. Ayn. You guys want to do Ayn? Ayn or Kha? Which one?
which is hard.
The same, though. Which one? Ayn or Kha?
What's the in between?
Maybe one that has.
Fall.
Some
Fall.
So which one? Ayn?
It's not vibrant.
So, vocal cords or no vocal cords?
Yes.
Hello? Vocal cords or no vocal cords?
Vibrates. Yes.
Ah. Low sound. Soft, strong, in between.
In between.
لين عمر. لين عمر.
Between.
Does not go.
Means it can't be this and it can't be this. Elevation or lowered?
Lower.
Means it can't be elevation. That means
It's opposite.
If it's not elevated, it's automatic. Okay.
there you go. Repetition. So I can go as fast as I can and do all of Tajweed in 1 hour. Right? That's not a problem. But you're here to learn, not just to watch me show off. So ask questions. Yes. Any online questions?
I don't know.
So now you can do the exercise at home, the same one I gave you guys yesterday? Okay.
It's the same one you did.
Yeah, so do it. Why not? Why not? Practice makes perfect.
No.
Yes.
Well, then that means I'm done.
Practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the better you get.
There's no questions.
No. Is there any questions?
No.
Can you see?
All right. So again, like yesterday, there's food today. And I'm hoping that, inshallah, when you leave, that the room is clean.
You want to next repeat?
Here we go.
Volunteer to help clean up?